welcome back to another episode of the Geek Tech Show. Here what we do is review different kind of products so you don't have to. Specifically in this video, we've had a lot of requests to check out more Merrells. So without further ado, let's get started. And full disclosure, I'm buying this my own money. Merrell doesn't sponsor me to do any of those reviews. Now, once in a while, a shoe company takes perfection and makes a better version of it. In this case, we have Adidas, their Sambas. One of my favorite shoes for quite some time. Unfortunately, one thing I hate about Adidas is that the lack of comfort. What I mean by this, although the shoe is perfect in every single way, the leather, everything about the shoe itself, the apples, I love the apples, the leather apples. The biggest issue I have with Adidas was this, right here. And what it was, I thought it was very flexible. Just the shape of the foot was just not good enough. So Merrell went ahead and reinvented the wheel. It pretty much started making shoes that were almost as if Adidas made them, but they went ahead and made them even better, so much more better. And they kept on improving something and making it better every single time, which Adidas didn't do. They made one good version and that's it. They stopped actually improving the shoe, but they made different designs. The smell of leather, fresh, I love it. What Merrell actually did, they made the trail gloves. They made a version 6.0. They took into a niche that was never explored before, because what Merrell does, it does hiking. What Adidas does, it does sports shoes and fashion. Merrell is not going to even get into the fashion. It actually just makes fashionable hiking shoes that are practical, first off. Second off, they are good looking. But out of everything else, they're comfortable to wear. And with the Trail Glove 6, they reinvented the wheel. They made the most flexible, recyclable, eco-friendly shoes that they made over here. So there is a few versions of those shoes, pretty much. Some of them have man-made material. This one has a lot of recyclable materials, including recyclable laces, including recyclable bottoms, but real leather apples. That is the big difference between those two. So the real leather apples, we got two different worlds all combined into one, making those beautiful, awesome smelling, awesome looking shoes. Very flexible, just like Adidas, but the big difference is, look at this, right here. You can see it. It is made in the shape of a human foot, right here. And because of that, because of this grip, not only you can feel as you're stepping the whole entire ground experience, it also gives you a fashion statement as well, and the leather version comes in two different colors. One is kind of a couple looking, and this one is brown version. I think the brown one looks a little bit better, but that is my personal opinion. The only thing I really dislike about this is that it has the recycled laces. But definitely, if this is a big deal for you, go ahead and put your own laces into here. And I really did wish they didn't put too much recyclables in here. Although it makes a very eco-friendly statement, I like shoes that are not eco-friendly, to be truthful, because I want them to last much longer, and that makes them even more eco-friendly, because then you don't keep on buying different shoes. This doesn't come out because it is as if the five-finger experience, which actually means as you step on things, you get to feel the actual ground. And because of that, a lot of stepping would be done throughout the whole entire shoe. This shoe is very comfortable. It feels great. It has a lot of ventilation. And it is beautiful looking as well. Let's go ahead and do up close and personal so you can see how it actually looks like. So up close and personal, you can see that this shoe is awesome. Really awesome. They put so much attention into details over here in every single way, and the traction as well. So right here you can see a lot of support where you need it the most, right here on this side. And in the front, it's as if you have the top toe and the 4 other toes right here. And I really like the way the whole traction is made right here. So if you're going hiking, you like to go and wear this to places, this could be a casual kind of stylish hiking shoe. But pretty much it is made for small trails. It's made for everyday walk. It's not made for heavy hiking because definitely this shoe doesn't have the heaviness to this. But it's more like if you want to go ahead, go for a brisk walk, you want to enjoy feeling the barefoot in the walk and yet not get embarrassed by looking really weird. This is the shoe for you to get. Overall, it is highly recommended. And now let's go ahead and do the actual test where I'm going to be putting them on and showing you on feet review as well. So this is the Trail Glove version 6.0. Because they're so popular, they made 6 different versions of them, and this one happens to be the latest one. Is this the best one? Possibly, because version 5 was just a disaster. I hated it. There was something just so wrong with it that it didn't feel good on the feet. This one feels so much more natural. And this is a barefoot shoe, which means that pretty much as you walk, you feel as if you're stepping barefoot on the ground. Versus the Vibram 5 finger. What is the difference between the two? Well, pretty much there is no space for your 5 fingers. So you don't look as weird walking with those. That being said, I still love the 5 fingers, but when you can't use them for your job or for even playing soccer or even for outdoor sports or anything else, those will be a great second pair. What I also like about those is that they're made, this specific version made out of all leather upper, which means it is waterproof. Also right here you can see you can expand how much of your feet you can put in because of the laces and the leather work, which makes it super comfortable for you. The bottoms have a lot of grip to them, you can see right here, and all around they look very attractive. As I walk with them, I can feel a lot of the ground that I step on, which is very interesting because usually you don't really feel the ground as you step on things. So you are feeling right your back with nature with those shoes, and it is awesome in my opinion. I also like the design as well, and that Vibram teamed up with Merrell for those. So all the upper is Merrell company, all the bottom is Vibram company right here, giving you an awesome traction and feel to the ground, which you don't normally get with other shoes. The issue with Merrell's, as usual, and with those shoes as well, is right here you have to double knot them. I would say this is probably the only issue I'm encountering in those shoes. Let's go ahead and do a few tests. I really like how great they actually feel. Not only that, it does feel as if you're wearing absolutely no shoes on. It just feels so natural, like a glove that you put your feet in. I'm actually very surprised with those shoes. The previous version was just terrible, and this one is just right years ahead. It seems like they perfected those shoes. And right here, it feels, the whole action feels natural when we are doing this test. There was no resistance too. Now let's go ahead and do a jumping test and see how they feel when you jump with them. Sometimes the shoes don't feel as good as they should. So the jumping test, those are definitely not jumpers, I would say. And because of the Vibram kind of shoe, and because it is the specifically a kind of shoe that you are made to feel the ground, when I jumped into it, you could definitely feel the shock as I went down, but it wasn't a bad thing. It was as if you're jumping barefoot, but you had extra cushioning in them. Overall, I'm pretty impressed. I would give those shoes a 9 out of 10. The only thing I really dislike about them is actually the price. So that would be one reason I would take 1 star off. But if you can get this on a great deal, I would not hesitate. This is the best version of those glove shoes. So 6.0 is the way for you to go. It is the most stylish, the best looking one, and the best feeling one that they made. Is it better than the Vibram 5 Finger? Well, I would not say so, because I still like the Vibram 5 Fingers the best. But those would be my second favorite. And also, they don't trap heat in them as well. So in the summertime you can wear them and still they feel great too. Awesome shoes, highly recommend it. And if you're interested, make sure to get one in the link below. And if you want and you enjoyed this video review, make sure you sub to my channel, where you never know what is the next video review we are doing on the Geeked Up Show. So I want to show you up close and personal those Merrells, in case you wanted to see how they actually look like. Over here, what it says Merrell barefoot, it is made in Vietnam. The shoes themselves feature a lot of very beautiful, unique looking look to them. Right here we have a little bit of inverted leather, and here as well. This is suede material, leather uppers, and we have very nice bottoms to this as well. Part of the design has those very beautiful looking unique stitching to them. And we have this for the feet, so we can go ahead and use it, especially when you need to pull your feet together. If you're getting those shoes, make sure you get them half a size less than you normally would. Mine is size 9, and I recommend for you to get 8.5, which is half a size less than you usually will get. Other than that, it's gonna feel a little bit too much for you. So it's very similar to the Vibram 5 Finger shoes, but the glove is made to be like a glove when you're putting them on. I do like the entire design, the look and everything. On the bottoms you can see the following, the tracks right here, very good grips. Not only that, it is contoured as if to the shape of your foot, supporting it exactly in the areas you need and giving less support in the areas you don't actually need, giving you the ultimate barefoot walking feeling to those shoes. The uppers are beautiful, styled and designed. The whole entire shoe all by itself is beautiful, and it is nothing like I ever seen before. I do totally suggest for you to get this. The shoe in itself is not only a work of art, is also beautiful designed and feels great on your feet. Something I really highly cannot more than recommend for you to get. Usually I don't really recommend most shoes that I have, but those could be one of those exceptions. Because I like them so much, I intend to keep them. The only real issue is which kind of color should you be getting, the browns or the couple looking version of the same shoes.